Call the meeting at 5:30 for the agenda for the regular meeting of the Elk Board of Trustees. All agenda items are subject to discussion, consideration, and possible action, including but not limited to approval, denial, amendment, revision, or conditional approval in whole or in part of. Roll call, John Williams, present.
Karen Johnson, present. Amber Odie, present.
Item number 3, I make the motion that we approve the minutes and purchase orders.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 4, police report given by Chief Mark Smith.
In your hands, you should have a staple packet that has 4 different reports included in that. The top one is going to be hours and breakdown of things that have happened for the month. The second page is going to be a list of citation and offenses. The third is the department fuel usage. And the fourth are the last 3 or 4 pages, which is the Otis summary. And just to kind of break it down to show you on the very first page, it does not show up in the Otis summary, which is one arrest, which was a warrant that I stopped a guy, he had a warrant, so I arrested him, and then a call came over and picked him up. Second of all, there's a little bit of a discrepancy on stops versus citations and the rest of it, but basically there was a total of 56 citations, if I have that down right. So the numbers may not be exactly right because I might have forgot to mark it at the bottom of my report in the daily logs that I didn't write a citation, or if I didn't write a warning. So that could be the discrepancy. Third, active warrants are dropping since the front office has implemented using the collection agency. And now we're below 100. We're like at 75, 77, which is great. We were above 100. And also we were getting very close, which is not in what you see before you, but we were getting very close to getting our electronic citations up and running. Do you have any questions?
Y'all. Thank you, Mark. Okay, item number 5, the OK class presentation. And I'm sorry, I'm scatterbrained.
Trevor Davenport.
Trevor.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, where I got Jason at?
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'll give you my folders. I know you probably already have the handout. My business card is in my folders. So just, you got my contact information. If you come up with any questions after this little spiel, I do my best thinking about midnight after I've had too much coffee. So think of anything, you can give me a holler. So Oklahoma Class is a local government investment pool that was created September of 2024. It was created by some municipalities and counties that came together and decided they wanted another option for their investments and their deposits. A local government investment pool allows you to pool your funds together with other counties, other municipalities, and kind of achieve some scale where maybe a town like Alec doesn't have it. And so this was really an initiative by some county commissioners and treasurers, and then the Oklahoma City treasurer and the mayor of North Enid. We were one of 6 states that didn't have a provision for this. Our school districts have been able to do it since the 90s, but our counties and municipalities have not. So we're playing catch up a little bit, curb your shock. In Oklahoma, we're a little bit behind the 8 ball, but I think better late than never. So Oklahoma Class is yielding as of today or yesterday 3.66%. It's a completely liquid investment pool, meaning if you get us your order by noon on any given day, we can wire you the funds the same day. If it's afternoon, it would be a next day deposit. There's no minimum amounts at all. You can put $1 in. Our smallest participant has $1,000 in, and our largest participant has $40 million in. Doesn't matter how much you have, everybody gets the same interest rate, and that's where that scale comes in. The two biggest supporters of the pool have been Tulsa and Oklahoma City. They're fully backed. They fully back the pool. They realize that they can do a lot of this their own, but they really want to be able to benefit some of the smaller counties, some of the smaller towns. And so they've been huge supporters. This has also been a big push from OML, who's one of our sponsors. Mike Fina has really been promoting the pool, and it just really gives another option for, again, our smaller communities who maybe don't have a lot of options or beholden to, one bank or whatever it may be, just to give them a little bit of another option. So it really is flexibility is the name of the game. There's no transaction fees. You can go in and out as much as you want. Unlimited sub accounts is a big benefit that we've heard. So, for instance, if the town of Alec has a main account, but maybe you have a road fund or a sales tax fund and a reserve fund, we can break those out individually. And then the reporting reports the interest exactly the way the auditors want to see it. It plays nice and neat with what they want. As a firm, so Oklahoma Class has a board of directors. They're county commissioners, they're county treasurers, they're mayors, and they're city treasurers. And they've hired my firm, PTMA is the name of my firm, to run the fund, manage it, market it, that sort of thing. We're the biggest player in the space. We manage about $150 billion across the country for different funds just like this. For instance, we have a Texas class that only Texas municipalities and counties and stuff can invest in, just like Oklahoma class. And so this is all we do. Our software, I think, reflects that. We've got a long time to make sure the auditors, to know what the auditors are looking for, what they want to see, and so we've kind of optimized everything to that degree. So I'm trying to think. We can invest in everything allowable under Oklahoma statute. That's 62-348. So that's U.S. agencies and treasuries. That's repurchase agreements. We use a fair bit of commercial paper in our fund to get a little bit extra yield. So from my travels around the state, I'll tell you, I came from McAllister this morning. I don't know that I've ever come that way before. Highway 1 and 19, and yeah, so I got my whole family's from the McAllister area, but I've never come west across the southern part of the state. So that was a lot of fun. But I can tell you, we have a very competitive rate across the board. We beat most sweep accounts, not all. But we beat a lot of the money market sweep accounts. I like to tell people we give CD-like returns without the lockup period. So if liquidity is a major concern, or even a secondary concern, I think we're a great option for that. I think I stopped there and asked see if anybody has any questions. It really is it's a pretty straightforward pool, and I think it's a big benefit to the state.
The law changed in 25 that municipalities can actually invest up until 25.
July 24. Yep.
July of 24, it changed to where municipalities could invest funds and draw interest, which gives us another avenue to have revenue come in that's not taxes or fines. So I met Trevor whenever I was at Stillwater for training, and then at McAllister.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When Gracie and I went to McAllister. And so it's because those laws have changed that we have the ability to do that. I wanted him to come explain it because he could explain it so much better than me.
I don't know how good I did, but.
Well, me and Carrie spoke about it too. I'm glad they changed the law because I think it'd be good. Well, it's not an I decision, it's a board. I like it.
Great.
Now, you do the markets, but do you do CDs? Or do we try to go with our local banks or find those interest rates?
That's a great question. Yeah, we can do some CDs. The rates haven't been there to make it attractive for us right now. We will, and I think more what you're asking is, will we have termed, like, if you wanted a 12-month CD,
Right.
for instance. We have that coming in the third quarter of this year.
Okay.
Where we'll be able to offer a little bit longer term and maybe a little bit better yield is the idea.
I know I found out from some of the other clerks that I met through the trainings that they called around to their local banks
Mm-hmm.
and they were drawing 4%
Mm-hmm.
for 4.1 on CDs, but I don't know what their time lock was.
Yeah, those are pretty good rates. We've kind of seen rates come down across the board since, mid last year. Yeah, those are.
But every time I look at your website, it's above 3.6.
Yeah,
It's like 3.6, 3.9, 6.9, 6.6,
Yeah.
6.7. It's staying around there over the last, 3 months that I've been looking
yeah.
at it.
We've gotten pretty good at this, but it is subject to the interest rate markets, and so it fluctuates. It's not a fixed rate. But yeah, I think attractive across the board. Wherever we're at, you can pretty much well bet we're gonna be in the top third of rates you're gonna be able to get, so.
And OK Class is the only pool organization in Oklahoma.
For counties and municipalities,
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Schools have a lot more options.
Yeah,
Because
have
they've
one
been doing
that's
it.
wrong. Yes, yep.
So what is the process in which we participate?
That's a great question. So you have to update your investment policy, most people do anyway, to reflect that new law, 62-348. Once that's done and approved, you can pass the resolution to join the interlocal agreement. Since we were formed by an interlocal agreement, you have to vote to join it. And after that, it's just a quick few pages of account paperwork and then depositing money. So we have put together along in coordination with OML, we put together an investment policy, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
And that's had both sets of attorneys look over it and okay it, and so I can send that out, just to give you.
Would you look over this one?
Oh, yeah.
Because I used the one from Crawford at CPA's.
Oh, okay. Okay. There's the resolution, okay. So I can quickly.
At this time, we don't have a investment policy.
Oh, okay. So this would be updating or putting one in place
Yes.
essentially. So, I need to give a profit looks like. So it does reference everything you can invest in. It looks like it does not specifically reference local government investment pools. But I can see from a quick scan. So I would probably, has this already been approved?
No, that's the
Okay.
next line.
Oh, is it? Okay. I think just to kind of cover all bases, if you wanted to invest in Oklahoma Class, it should probably reference the local government investment
Okay.
pools part. I need to get, and I'd send an email to Crawford to try to get with them actually, but, I would, if possible to add that in there, that would be a little bit more, comprehensive, but, whatever the board thinks, of course.
Do you guys have any questions for me?
I've taken a lot of time, I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Y'all have any questions for me? Do you think of all time?
I don't have anything.
And then, y'all got his cards, so.
Yeah, so if you think of anything,
Yeah.
feel free to call.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You got your hair, y'all be careful with the weather.
Hey, stay safe.
So much.
Stay safe. Thank you. Okay, item number 6, the investment policy and proposal.
That is just putting in a investment policy that we would abide by the state statutes.
I would make the motion that we, table that until next time so we can add the line item that he mentioned.
Okay. Either that or you can make the motion
Yeah.
adding that.
I just don't know exactly what section he was talking about amending.
Do you have that, or do you know?
Authorized financial institution, section 8. The way it reads is the list will be maintained, a financial institution authorized to provide investment services. It doesn't distinguish between whether, like if we went with Fidelity or if we went with the government pool system, or whether we went to First National or MidFirst or Arvest to invest in CDs. Or it just says that we have to have a list.
Do we have to adopt that as part of the resolution? The list itself?
No, the list would be voted on and be in the minutes at a future date.
So you're saying this can be the way it is and then just have,
Yes,
the list would include it? Fine with that.
Can we just modify your motion? Oh,
Yeah, I make the motion that we, to approve the,
investment.
investment policy.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Is that all you need?
What of the resolution? Didn't you send it? Or
Yes, we need to have, I need to have a motion for the resolution separately.
I make the motion to adopt resolution number 26-001.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 7. I'm already catching flack on this, but I can't help it. No through trucks on H Avenue, main through to First Street. We have had to spend a lot of money, on that repair from the Methodist side of the church, or Methodist west side of Main Street by the Methodist church to the corner of, Main and H. We are gonna have a barricade built to go around that. I had some gentlemen approach me this morning, can't do that. Well, yeah, you can. We don't want the trucks, if they turn there, they make it just fine. Well, you can look at that culvert and see how many trailers drop off in it.
I live there, it's not fine.
Do what?
I said, I live on that road, it's not fine.
Yeah, well, anyway.
There are other access routes for trucks.
There is other access trucks, exactly. We're gonna put a barricade around our stuff, and it's gonna be
I'm not sure
hard.
why the trucks can't access from Highway 19, personal opinion.
Well,
And
that's
stay
what,
off of our street,
that's what me and
period.
Mark has discussed. And, for the well, because I've been driving it a couple times thinking about this, for the well west of you,
There's two, one on each side, they can just come in down
they can still,
Cheyenne.
yes ma'am, exactly. That's just
I'm
my,
all for that, cause that
Yeah.
road is so bad.
and we've got kids, these truck drivers today, 80% of them's not truck drivers, they're wannabes, and they don't care about the trucks or the kids or anybody. So anyway, long story short, we're putting up a barricade. It's gonna be hard for them to, make that turn. That's just my spiel.
John, is there someone that lives on H Street that has a big old semi?
Pardon me?
Isn't there someone that lives on H Street with a big old semi?
I am aware of that.
Okay,
But,
Yeah.
but where we're talking about closing H Street to truck traffic is between Main and First.
okay.
We looked at fixing the road where they can make that turn. Like, I assume the road probably has been the
With-
same road that it's been for,
We can't do that.
With the culvert, the way it is, we can't, I mean, it would have to be totally redone and widened in order to fix the road where the trucks could turn.
And then you're gonna have trucks running over our stuff that we just fixed, that we've spent, I don't know, I don't even have an approximate, I would say, $7,000 probably.
Well, and it's become apparent with tracks after we have a gusher, and you can see tracks going into where the washed out spot and coming out the other side of the washed out spot. It's like, oh, okay, somebody drug a tank trailer across the top of our meter valve. And
Well, your shut off valve.
yes, and caused it to become disconnected. So that's, I mean, closing that to truck traffic seems to be the way to fix that problem. That and putting up the barricade around where our meter valves are.
When will that project be completed?
Project is completed, we just need to put up a barricade and then,
There's still pieces laying on the ground.
We're working on getting a permanent barricade in.
we still got to put more dirt on it too, and on the Methodist church side.
Did it wash out just this recently?
I had 4
Sure
8.
what happened? I wasn't sure.
No,
if it was
he just washed the dirt, no, everything.
The last rain
Tear it
washed
up.
out a bunch of dirt.
Everything stayed good, as far as, mechanical and everything, it just washed a lot of dirt. I had 4 8.
And this next rain may wash out all the dirt we've put back in it, so.
Where we've been trying to wait just a little bit to do the final dirt work, because of the torrential downpour we normally get. So with that being said, and also, if we approve this, Mr. Smith, he'll just have to be writing citations to.
Are you gonna put signage up?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put signage up to be legal for him to
I
be
feel
able
like that's gonna be
to.
hard to enforce on 2 blocks and not the rest of the town.
I
I feel like it's hard to enforce on 2 blocks and not the rest of the town, because you got the same situation at every intersection.
Well-
So
That's
that's what I'm, like, what's gonna keep them from just going down to the next intersection and then driving in front of the school? Like, I don't know that I don't know that I agree with that. I mean, if I lived on that street, I'd be super happy, but
Well, if they go to, F Street, they can't make the turn at the school anyway, going to the bus barn. It's gonna be way tight in the semi.
Well, if they go to Second Street, if they turn a block early, go Second Street, they can't get back to, if they try to go down by the school, they're gonna hang themselves up
Coming
somewhere.
down First Street, it's awful rough.
Well, that's an option they have though. is
But
coming
why
down
do we let
First
them
Street.
tear that up even more? Then go ahead and route them to the highway and down.
I'm all for routing them to the highway and down, but the reason we wanna get
I'm
them
for
off,
routing them to Cheyenne.
the reason we want to get them off that particular corner is so we quit having to
Oh, I
turn
know.
everybody's
I know
water
why.
off, because if it happens on a weekend, it's gonna be Monday before we can get everybody's water back on.
Yeah.
And until we get all these valves in to quadrant the town off, and I was approached last week by several, how long is that gonna take? I said, well, y'all got some money to spend, cause how much are them valves?
What are they,
We estimated about between 7,000 and 8,000 to
Per-
install each valve.
yeah, with labor to install each one.
Everything.
So, they said, well, how many more times you gonna turn the water off? And I said, guys and gals, we're dealing with a town that's 100-year-old. Some of this stuff should already been done, but it wasn't. So that's in the past, we gotta move forward. So, yeah, your water's gonna be turned off in different periods of time.
And that's getting better, there are certain areas of town, if we have a problem in now, we can turn the water off for
We can
that
isolate.
particular, and isolate it, as opposed to where we were a year and a half, 2 years ago at this time, we just had to turn it off at the tower and turn everybody off.
But when all these valves are
It's gonna take some
installed,
time.
over the next, I hope within the next 2 to 3 years, the town will be quadrant off, so we don't have to turn everybody off. It'll be less and less each time we install a valve. But if we don't do something on that corner now, as such, at least put a barricade up, they're gonna continue to tear that corner up, and we don't want them running over brand new valves that we just fixed. And I'm gonna tell you, it was way cold that one Sunday when we was out in it. That's the reason we temporated till we could pull the, and to let y'all know, we pulled all the they pulled all the poly pipe out and went back with PVC like it should have been done to begin with.
Richard, you're talking about AMA in general, so we can discuss water and
Okay.
water.
So, what do y'all wanna do? Whether we vote on this or not, there's gonna be a barricade put up, but there's gotta be.
I'm fine with the no trucks there, but I'm just saying, there's no point in just doing 2 blocks of the whole town, because trucks are tearing up every road and several other pieces of, I just don't see why
Okay.
why we're letting, I live on the road, I know exactly the traffic that goes up and down the road, so I know the issues of the road
I don't
and the trucks.
I don't disagree with you about, if it was up to me, we could limit truck traffic to Main Street. But it's not, that part's not up to me.
No,
But the county is in charge of maintaining our roads. So I'm in charge of maintaining the water and keeping us out of a bind with having to turn everybody's water off every time we turn around. And if that corner gets, I mean, all it's gonna take is one tank truck to run over that
We're back to square one.
that valve column, and we're back to the point of, okay, now we've gotta turn everybody's water off and get this fixed.
I'm fine with shutting it off, I'm just saying, I think we should look at that and just make it where.
Well, and
I'm not arguing with either one of them.
I personally have even thought that too, because, you've got some to the west of Main Street, and as far as I'm concerned, they need to find a place to park them trucks at night. I mean, other than their
We're not
house.
the only town who would, there's plenty of towns that have those rules in place.
Even if I drove a semi or on the semi, I wouldn't want to drive it to my house. I'd find a place to put it. So what kind of resolution are y'all thinking? Now, we can put a barricade for now, vote on this later, or extend it across the town. I don't know. This is us, not I.
I'm fine with the no trucks on H, I just, if they turn a block later, I don't see the point, it's not helping, it's not solving anything.
I think
What
you're
street
making.
are they gonna go down?
I'm just
You're
saying,
gonna
if they try,
If they
I don't
try,
know
you're
that they
gonna-
will.
it's gonna
Well, they're gonna
make the
tear
situation
something up, and
worse.
it's gonna be up to that trucking company. to
Yeah, but
do
it's
it.
still gonna be our problem, it's gonna be his issue. So that's why I'm like, okay, I agree, shut it off, but what if they go to the next block or the block before? Or
Well,
they drive
not-
around the school, which I don't want them to do.
But we don't necessarily have valves like that on
Every corner.
F or I Street, if they were to try to go.
Right, I mean, if they
If you
try to
put
turn on
barricades
I
up,
Street, they're just gonna end up in the bar ditch in somebody's
If they wanna hit a
yard.
barricade and we
And-
catch them hitting a barricade, they can pay to repair the barricade.
Yes,
And
you're
they're trying.
exactly right.
Just that but I wouldn't close it to no truck traffic. Cause it's gonna put them somewhere else in town and it's gonna put them on a road that they can't get through.
But they can, the simple, deal about that, they can be routed at 19 in Cheyenne.
When we have someone here, when you have a police officer, it'll be enforced. But every other day, every other time, no offense.
We're fixing to have the police officer of the evening.
We're not gonna have someone here 24 hours.
Do well.
You're not gonna have someone here 24 hours, and it doesn't take long to learn you guys' schedule.
Well, we're looking for another police officer too, so.
So I don't think it's a solution. I think it's just I don't even think it's a Band-Aid. I think you're pushing the problem somewhere else.
Okay,
Would
we know for sure we're gonna put a barricade up. So, do y'all wanna table this? I don't wanna spend another 30 minutes on item number 7.
Well, would you like for me to reach out and see the other municipalities, how they have enforced their no
Sure.
trucks? And I can do some more investigation on that,
Yes,
since I mean,
yeah,
it makes sense to
Yeah.
just find more
Yeah.
information. How to not push that problem to another section to where then you have to come back and revisit it. And then
Right.
another
I mean, the
problem.
problem is when you look at traffic through town, if you're gonna have a semi going out that direction, that's the road you want them on, cause it's straight.
Yeah, but that's where they don't need to be on because of the children.
they don't need to be
And
on
then
8th
go-
Street,
Yeah, they need
period.
to go to the highway and then go either east
So,
or west
I
and
mean-
then turn.
Cause I know Rush Springs has a business district, and then a lot of towns have truck routes, designated streets.
Correct.
So to determine what those, I'll do some more investigation, if that's what you guys want me to do.
And for an example, when the school is having baseball games, we have kids running, across the street and vehicles lined up on the street, and I've been personally in a vehicle. I have personally seen them trucks during a baseball game just fly through there. If we close that to no trucks, that's, a child is less apt to get hit or a vehicle get damaged.
I'm for investigating on
Okay.
closing truck traffic to any city street except for Main Street.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents, I don't
What
know.
do we do when we close down Main Street?
They would have to, you allow them to go around.
Go around where? I'm just asking, I'm
Like
asking
Main
a question.
Street to 19.
The new truck
And then
route
get
would
on.
be 19 Highway in Cheyenne.
If I'm coming this way and you block Main Street down and I can't go anywhere else, how do I get to town?
No, you go to 19 and go east to
If you
Cheyenne.
block Main Street off for like 4th of July. or
If you
something.
block Main Street off and I can't drive down Main Street, how do I get through? If I'm driving a
You said
truck?
the trucks can't travel on that. Also, you'd make it a special whatever.
Well, that
I'm
would
just
be in
asking the question.
No, I totally get what you're saying because I haven't even thought of that. We would have to make an exception for, Founder's Day and 4th of
2
July.
times a year.
That's 2 times a year. And Mark, I want your input.
If you're blocking down Main Street like a family day.
Correct.
Then what they would need to do is go out to Lake Road, go north, come down Ranch.
True.
Those bridges will not handle
That's
it.
right.
You cannot divert traffic on that road because those bridges will not handle a semi.
That's
But-
true.
I know
But-
that from the fire department.
In years past, we've never had a problem with a semi turning over by the fire station and going down to either, F or E or F, and getting
F.
out that way.
Setting up designated detours is not,
But I've been working with the county commissioner because I've told him, I've told the foremans. Ranch Road, you need to crawl off in the weeds with the ticks like I have, and look at that bridge on Ranch Road, and go out here to Lake Road and look at that. I've told them, because we're gonna have a bad accident.
And they would-
Because trucks go up and down it all the time.
And that's when they'll look at it when one of the trucks goes through it, because that's.
Correct.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't.
No, you got a point. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, I make the motion that we table the no through trucks on H Avenue until we do some more investigation with other municipalities. But we will be installing a barricade on the southeast corner of Main, correct?
To protect the valves, yes.
To protect the,
And if we come
Water
up
valves.
with a semi-trailer hooked up on the barricade, then, I'm assuming we can do something about that.
Well, it'll be up to that trucking company if we can catch them.
There's a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Or second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 8, approval or denial for cybersecurity updates. Craig, do you wanna elaborate on that?
There's 2 quotes that you have, one from Craig's and one from Buzz Consulting. They are for the firewall that is required for Mark to start the digiticket, basically, being able to write the tickets in the car. That's the only thing that's holding us up. The
And without
one
me
from
digging
Craig's-
through it, how much is it?
Yeah. The one with Craig's would have a, license with the brand of firewall that he wants to put, that they quoted to put in. And then would be, a license and a service agreement.
Is this yearly?
No, that's,
Well, there's a total of 2756.
with 1 year license and then on-site and configuration.
But this would be
Okay.
yearly,
No,
just a one time.
yes. I don't know what the license or the subscription, they did not quote that for me. But Buzz is $680 for the equipment. And then he put a proposal together that is also included in your packet of $350 a month, that he would handle all of our IT needs. And, he,
Gotta do some math.
explained that,
$350 a month,
yes.
For just the police department?
that's 40.
No, he would handle our server,
Oh,
all of our
everything.
computers, everything.
We currently have a,
42.
And he currently does, Blanchard and Dibble, so he's very well
do we
versed.
currently have a plan in place like that at all?
No, we call Craig's whenever we have needed something. But when I met with, Phil with Buzz Consulting, he told me that he would be able to assist us with a more secure email when we get to that point too. I am waiting for federal funds to be available for us to apply for a .gov.
Okay, so that's $1,444 difference. My question is, and I ought to know the answer to this myself, but I don't know offhand. When we call Craig's right now, what's the average?
Depends on what we're having him do, what we need him to do, cause it's anywhere from $600, $300 to $1,200. You know, depending on what kind of problems we're having.
So with this Buzz guy, it would be the 4,200
For the year,
flat. That's
Yeah.
per year. Per year.
yes.
That's not a one-time, that's
No, that is-
4,200 per year.
That is IT support, as long as we have the service agreement with him.
Have we,
And the 2 quotes are separate. For him to install and do this, if the 680 gets Mark up and running. This is an additional service agreement, if we wanted to go with that. We do not have to go with this to do this. He works with different brands than Craig's does, and so his doesn't require the license agreement or the
So are these
subscription.
for the same thing here?
Yes,
These are
yes.
heating bits.
Yeah, the 600.
Do we know anything about this company? Are they reputable? Are they?
They handle Blanchard and Dibble. and they handle Dibbles Police Department. They handle Dibbles Police Department, correct? But they don't handle Blanchard's Police Department yet.
No, they do.
Okay, one of them, he said then it's Dibbles, that he hasn't been, one of the police departments, he's just now starting to handle them.
That I don't know, because, I don't know.
I just know he's familiar with municipalities, so he knows as far as the IT agreement.
So to get him up and running now, if we were to go through Buzz, would be the 680,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Mhm.
And then if we wanted to do the IT stuff, that would be $350 per month,
Yes,
which is the 4,200, right?
yes, for the year.
And that would be every year, well, every month.
Well, and that's something that you guys could look at when budget time comes up, which is fastly approaching.
And then, if we go with Craig's to get him up and running right now, it's just
that-
$27.56.
Yep, and that is
Cause then there's gonna be a license fee for every
every year.
year after that, which I
Yes.
don't know what it is.
This is apples to apples, I say, I'd go with the best consulting bid for.
That's a $2,076 difference. My opinion, to get Mark up and running, I would think we'd go with the 680 versus the 2756.
And we don't have a contract with Craig's. We've just been using them because they've been local.
And he's also a friend of mine, that business is business. And they've been,
And yeah, they've been good. to us.
they've been good to us, but,
This is the program that Gracie and I discussed that we liked better, Buzz. We love Craig's tax, but as far as financially, it seems like
I'm all about saving dollars.
Yes.
If they can get Mark up and running,
Let's just do that one and then let's further discuss the monthly agreement.
Okay.
If that's something we
I think that's what we
need to do,
Karen.
then we can do that in the future. And it may be something
I mean, I
we
would
do.
consider next time we have an IT issue that we call them and see what their service is like.
okay.
I mean, if we get rates on that and see if it's comparable to
We'll do a motion.
what they would call it.
Right,
And
yeah.
then see if we like their service before you,
Commit to
Commit
a
to-
year-long contract.
but we may, if you have a year-long contract and know it may only cost you $350, you may go to a more for
It
things.
doesn't say that you have to have a year contract, it just says monthly agreement. Does that mean a 12-month
Like,
agreement?
I don't know.
Or maybe we just might check that and see. I'm not seeing where it says it's.
The only thing it
12
says is if you have something that's gonna take more than 5 hours, you have to get a separate scope of work.
Alright, well, I make a motion that we approve the cybersecurity bid for Buzz Consulting for $680.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 9, the budget update policy and calendar. Do you want to
If you want me to.
elaborate? Yeah.
I was presented with a budget policy that this just outlines what our goals are and what we do. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It's things that we're doing already. It's just putting it in a policy so that it is followed. And then the budget calendar tells when we will do things by and what the legal deadlines are.
And to let you citizens know, Carrie spent a week I don't know, I don't think it's been said. She spent a week with lawyers at Stillwater. Was it last week or the week before?
In the first of the month.
And learned a lot, and she's filled me in somewhat. That's gonna be very helpful and beneficial to the town. Just to let y'all know.
And a lot of the times when we're talking about the budget, it's like we're, in the past, the budget has been looked at like we're just trying to get through the next 6 months or the next year. This includes the capital asset plan, where it has the 5-year plan, what we're planning on doing down the road also. Because we will look at 4 years out and submit the 3 years that is the legal requirement. So it will give us more of an outlook on paper to keep everybody on the same page as we're going along. And I wanna say this budget policy is the one that Sand Springs uses, the exact same one, so.
I know when I attended the workshop, they wanted you to start going over your budget 6 months prior to
Yes.
adopting, so. It was fine to me.
She brought back she was full of knowledge, and she was telling me all about it, and it baffled my head. But she learned a lot for us.
It mentions the city chief financial officer.
Yes. At this point, that's your treasurer, unless you designate someone else.
That's what was my question, and then. I'm not being picky, I apologize. And the rest of the policies, I'm trying to figure out the word. It's fine. Thank you. I was like, it lived on the floor. Okay, it says city attorney. I make the motion to adopt the budget policy and calendar.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 10, the resolution of Open Records Act fee schedule.
It's in your packet as well. This is something that you guys voted on before, but it was not handled the way it needed to be, and it has not been enforced. So I put it back on the agenda for you guys to look at it again. Nothing has been changed on it since you guys approved it prior, but it needs to be, a resolution goes to the county clerk. So I had to file it.
I think that was in 2024, wasn't it?
Yes, we all looked at it, but it had not, this has not been enforced. We want to start enforcing this when we have those
And we need to send,
time-consuming requests.
and we need to send it to,
Yeah, I'll file it properly this time. I was out of the office at that time.
Cause I Googled it to see what standards, and everything's pretty standard from what the state says, except for the time consuming stuff, it's going from 25 to 55.
Oh, it is? Okay, do you wanna make that?
I just don't know how they break it out.
hey Siri.
Listen to our conversation.
East West one.
So I don't know if we add, because prices of everything went up in the last couple of years. I don't know if you change changes to 20 or 25, and then 30, 35, 40. It still puts it under what some of the other cities have. I got here early. So I make the motion to update the resolution for the established fee schedule for copies requested and pursuant to the Open Records Act. For clerical personnel, changing that to $25 an hour, the intermediate supervisor to 35, a mid or professional mid to 40, and then management to 55. And accepting the rest of it.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You got what you need.
Mhm.
Item number 11, closing of tax account.
Now that QuickBooks is online, is set up and going the way it's supposed to, it automatically, when I run payroll, it automatically pays it out of the proper accounts. So that, I don't take the taxes and then put it in the tax account and then pay the taxes out of the tax account. I don't have to do all of that now. It's paying, QuickBooks is paying it directly to the state into the IRS. As soon as we run payroll. If we run payroll, it sends it. And then it emails me a confirmation with the amounts. So there's no need for that account anymore.
So you need a motion to close it?
I will need a motion to close it.
Make the motion to close the tax account.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 12, old business. Anybody have any old business? Item number 13, new business. Anybody have any new business?
No.
Amber?
No, I don't have anything.
Item number 14, make a motion that we adjourn at 6:22 of the regular meeting of the Elk Board of Trustees.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Make a motion that we call the agenda for the regular meeting of the Elk Municipality Authority at 6:23 p.m. All agenda items are subject to discussion, consideration, possible action, including but not limited to approval, denial, amendment, revision, or conditional approval in whole or in part of. Roll call, John Williams present.
Karen Dodson present.
Amber Odie present.
Item number 3, approve minutes and purchase orders.
I make a motion that we approve minutes and purchase orders.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 4, water report given by Water Superintendent Mark Anderson.
For the month of March, we used 1,045,700 gallons of water for a daily average of 33,735 gallons. Last year in March, we used 1,379,200 gallons of water for a daily average of 44,490 gallons. Bulk water for the month was 23,207 gallons, billable at $2,320.70. We finished replacing the loop on Main Street, Main and H, in conjunction with the valve project. We also used A1 Plumbing to unclog a sewer main behind the community center on the 30th. Projects that are ongoing include the replacement of the hydrant at 2nd and G within the next couple of weeks as part of the valve project, and an extension of the sewer main between I and J Street east of Main by approximately 100 feet. And on an emergency management note, I have it on the schedule to test the storm sirens the second Tuesday of every month sometime between 11 and noon, weather permitting. Weather was not permitting today, that was why it didn't get counted. I didn't want to put anybody in a panic with clouds in the
I'm
sky.
sure glad you didn't.
Huh? Have we missed them yet this year?
No,
Thank you, Mark.
you're welcome.
Item number 5, old business. Anybody with old business? Nope.
Nope.
Item number 6, new business. Anybody with new business? Nope. Item number 7. Make a motion, we adjourn out of the regular meeting of the Elliott Municipal Authority at 6:25 p.m.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.